Hello everybody, my name is Benton, and I've been on testosterone for about 11 months. And today I'm going to be telling you the story of how I got on testosterone. So it all started 11 months ago. I live in Vancouver, BC, and the reason that I'm telling you that is not so that you can come through my window at night and watch me sleep. So funny. But because where you live, your story is going to be a little bit different. Ooh. Different stories. So the first step that I had to take was to make the decision that I wanted testosterone. So I went to my mom and I said, Mom, I want testosterone. And she said, okay, sweetheart. So my mom went on her laptop and she didn't find anybody. And then little Benton was very sad. He was crying. I was sad because I couldn't do anything. But my mom kept looking. And then eventually she found someone named Dr. Wong. He only is like 20 minutes away from my house, so it was perfect. And I was like, Mom, we have to go see this guy. He's gonna get me what I want.
You sound like such a pretentious, privileged.
And then she was like, okay, sweetheart, let's go. She rung up Dr. Wong and asked very nicely and said, hello, yes, Dr. Wong, my son would like to come see you. And we made an appointment with him, and a few weeks later, I went to go see him. And so the first time that I met with Dr. Wong, we went over a few things and talked about what I wanted for my future. But something that I found really interesting and something that I think a lot of people worry about is sort of how the evaluations for these things go. And the most important thing to remember is that they're not judging your manliness, and they're not there to see if you're trans enough. What they're there to do is test your mental health and your ability to make decisions for yourself. So Dr. Wong asked me all sorts of questions. He said, Benton, when you dream, what gender do you dream of yourself in? Self as. I hope that didn't break, because I'll be sad. And then the next thing he asked me to do was to draw a picture of myself getting married. I drew him a lovely picture like this of me, my beautiful wife, like this, getting married in love. It probably looks something like this, but I thought it looked something like this. Obviously he asked me a lot of other questions too, and there were a lot of requirements that I had to meet. The one thing that I needed to do was have at least 6 months of real life experience. So I had to go out and I had to live my life as male, using male pronouns with my male name, pre-testosterone. So after that, Dr. Wong completed my report and sent it off to the hospital. And then after that, I was approved and I went on the waiting list. A few months later, I drove with my mom up to the hospital where we saw a doctor named Dr. Metzger. And he is the diabetic doctor and endocrinologist at the Vancouver Children's Hospital. And we went there and he went over all the stuff that testosterone would do to my body. Signed a few papers, my mom signed a few papers, and then I got my first shot. And that's how I did it. And that's basically how I got testosterone. But for everyone, it's going to be different. Each doctor that you're going to see is going to have different requirements and different tests for you to take. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you next week. Bye!